just came from an epic intramural game. I just wanted to ask you right off the bat, like, what are you gonna do next year without intramurals?
That's might be my biggest fear of graduation, for being honest.
Because you are in the intramural game.
I live and breathe intramurals.
How many different intramural sports are you registered for right now?
Like what I'm playing right now, the second?
Yeah.
I'm playing ping pong doubles. Gonna win it all.
Right.
Naturally. I'm in D2 soccer. I'm registered for that. I've played on a D1 team. Unofficially. That's actually going on right now. It's called Commitment to the Pod. I'm also on 5-on-5 basketball because I got that effort.
You're a hustle player in all your sports.
I'm a hustle player in all my sports, except for ping pong. Ping pong, I'm, if anything, lazy most of the time.
You win.
But like, because I don't need that for,
You're just...
Am I sounding cocky? Probably.
2-time singles D1 intramural champion.
I've never not lost.
Wow, that's impressive. So, welcome back. Episode 3.
Why? Right after I brag constantly.
Yeah. I'm the greatest. Welcome to my podcast. If this is your first time here, welcome to the podcast. Remember to follow us on Twitter at DBuddiesPod. Like our Facebook page, Drinking Buddies Podcast. Subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher.
Rate us 5, or don't rate us at all.
Yeah. Castbox is an Android app we're on.
Stitcher. You just
I said Stitcher. Pocket Cast is another one we're on. So yeah,
we're everywhere.
Subscribe so you never miss an episode.
We're the podcast sensation.
Yeah,
that people are talking about.
Sweeping the nation. We're going to do a dedicated mailbag episode coming up in a couple weeks maybe. So definitely remember to send us those questions. We've got some. They're pretty good. Blindside
Eric or me, but mostly Eric because it's more fun.
Yeah, no one took us up on our offer to do the surprise questions yet, but some people have verbally told us that they might be sending some. So yeah, definitely send mailbag questions. You can DM us on Twitter. Just comment on a Facebook post we make. Email us. Our email is
You didn't even text us because almost all of our listeners know who we are.
Yeah. Email us dbuddiespod@gmail.com. And yeah, let's get to it. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Eric.
My name is Noah, and I think that's the first time we've ever said that.
Formally. We've informally informed our audience.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just jump right in. We've teased this for 2 weeks now, and it's finally time we put our cards on the table and reveal what this amazing secret that we've been keeping is.
So yes, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Bare Naked Ladies get way too much hate. They get way too much hate. They're one of the best bands of the '90s. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
That's the take.
That's the take.
That's the take.
So hot it burns.
Wait! Before we keep going, I have to say this: today's episode is brought to you by. I'm drinking Hub Lager this week.
I am sticking with Budweiser. That says America.
All right.
Yeah. So back to Bare Naked Ladies.
Bare Naked Ladies.
So oftentimes when I did my research today, I had a lot of I would type in Bare Naked Ladies opinion, and more often than not, it was worst band ever, which is absurd. They are so talented. It is ridiculous. And they also have so many great songs. They can just write songs. I feel like why people hate them is you got Nirvana, which thought they were the coolest thing ever. You got Red Hot Chili Peppers, which were also fantastic, and we've discussed that. But Bare Naked Ladies aren't trying to be that. They're just trying to be themselves. And I feel like we're judging them to do something, but they're not trying to do that. They're just trying to do themselves,
So you're saying if they took themselves more seriously, they might have been...
They would have been the second Beatles.
But wow.
Hot take.
Wow.
Hot take.
The second Beatles?
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
No, they definitely would have been, though.
This is an interesting point, because I feel like there's a lot of bands that get hated on because of the type of work they choose to do.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those bands that, shockingly, they're apparently, huge music nerds and very talented, is My Chemical Romance. This is a real thing. Apparently at festivals, people would always, like just sit around and watch them play backstage, and they would always be in their trailer writing and playing like different types and genres of music. They were totally completely into it, except what they chose to do with their career was make shitty teen music.
Wow.
I have no idea why.
Is that selling out?
I don't know, because I think they could have been, if they're really as good as everyone
people say.
But it's like, it's a commonly like shared opinion by
that they're the worst.
Well, yeah,
One of the worst.
But
yeah,
like amongst musicians who've like done festivals with them, you know, it's a commonly shared opinion that they were really talented and they were huge music nerds. Yeah. So I don't understand what happened there.
I mean, when you chose the name, what were you expecting? You know.
Well,
like,
clearly,
when you choose My Chemical Romance, you're gonna be a shitty teen band.
Why were they so popular?
Like
it was a thing. MCR. People would call them MCR.
Oh my god, that was the worst.
They were a thing.
I was in that phase like when it was like middle schoolish.
There were a couple songs I was into in middle school.
Yeah, but in middle school I was in the phase of if it wasn't classic rock, I would hate it no matter what. I was a prick. I'll acknowledge that.
I'm still I'm still a music snob.
I'm pretty snobbish too.
I'm a total music hipster.
Back to the music snob. The music snobs often hate Bare Naked Ladies because they really just the lyrics. They're trying to make you laugh, you know, and a lot of times they make no goddamn sense. They're just trying to say something, like they're just trying to make it work into the rhythms, you know.
Yeah.
But they got so many great songs, and I think the song that like brings it all together was "If I Had $1 Million." I mean, the great thing about Bare Naked Ladies, they got 2 lead singers, you know.
Yeah.
So they can just do so much. They're so great.
They did the Big Bang Theory.
Oh, they did, which is the worst show. Like, I hate the show with a passion.
I hate that show.
It's just, you know what it is? It's people trying to be like, let's make it appear smart so people will think they're smart watching it.
Yeah, there's very little redeeming qualities for me in that show. It's just, it's almost like kind of offensive to smart people. Because they're just like making fun of these guys and they're just fulfilling these ridiculous stereotypes and it's just annoying. Like, there
isn't a likable character, you know?
That's like a big part of TV shows.
It's not funny.
No, it's not. Speaking of TV show, I've made a personal time commitment into watching more sitcoms because I got a little heat from you and
mostly me,
mostly you. But someone sent in a question for our mailbag, and they kind of called me out.
Our number one fan, some would say.
Some would say our number one fan.
He said.
He said our number one fan.
Number one fan.
In response to that, I'm just going to say that I looked up a third-party ranking of the top 100 sitcoms of all time. It was put together by Paste Magazine. I don't know if they're credible. There's a lot of things I disputed on the list, I'll be honest. But for reference, they rated It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, a show that you and I both rated very high.
Yeah.
They rated It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia 27th, the 27th best sitcom of all time. They rated Futurama 28. So I'm just gonna leave my argument at that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, I think the most impressive thing about that was like reading. Like they gave a short description of each one, and what Eric said last podcast was almost word for word what that description said on Futurama. That was impressive.
They're interesting ones on that list were they put Friends at 30.
Yeah.
Which, if we're comparing our lists, my 6th choice was then 28. Ooh. Your 6th choice, Friends, was 30.
You take a lot of joy bringing that up.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, if we're just comparing lists,
they also had Sunny at 27.
Yeah,
and with you 2 and 3.
The other like the first 3 were pretty much in line for the most part with ours. They had Simpsons number 1, which we have a talking point on Simpsons that we should get into soon. But let's shelve that for this moment.
Yeah,
they put Simpsons number 1, they put Cheers number 2, and they put Seinfeld 3, which those 3 were all in our top 4. Yeah. Right, so we're pretty much in line there. An interesting choice. Their 4th pick was Arrested Development.
Yeah, I actually got a Snapchat from a friend who called me out saying where was Arrested Development. So we might have just goofed on that, which they do have a case.
I'm not saying they don't have a case. I was just surprised to see that 4. You know,
yeah, 4 is high.
I would expect it. I would expect it to at least top 50, probably top 30.
I think it's top 10. If we did a top 10,
I wouldn't be shocked. I was shocked it was 4. I wouldn't have been shocked if they'd put it 15.
4 is high though.
4. I thought 4 was high.
Especially Sonny being 27.
And then they put the Cosby Show at 5, which is unfortunate.
The article probably came out before.
Yeah.
That, whole deal.
30 Rock was
rough.
6.
I was surprised 30 Rock was before Parks and Rec, because I feel like
And The Office.
and The Office.
They put the UK Office in there.
Oh, have you ever seen the UK Office?
No,
It was tough to
critics say it's better, and everyone I've talked to said it sucked. So I don't know what to think.
It's almost like I didn't think the first season of The Office was very good. I didn't think
it was pretty funny.
I thought Michael was he was not again. I need likable characters in my sitcoms, except for Sonny. Sonny, I think, just does it so much better than everybody.
Yeah.
But I didn't think Michael was likable at all. I thought he was just a complete asshole.
Okay.
And that's kind of what the UK version is. It's just Ricky
Gervais
just being a dick.
Yeah.
Which it did have funny moments for sure, but I'd take the US one.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other surprising ones that are in there. There was a lot of older sitcoms that I hadn't seen.
Yeah.
Sprinkled in there. But yeah, the UK office was ahead of the US office. Parks and Rec was shortly behind. I think Curb Your Enthusiasm, which we mentioned, was top 20.
Yeah.
I'm happy that's coming back.
Is it? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Larry David has a lot of contract where he can just make one whenever he wants.
Pretty much. I mean, he would let that guy do whatever. We mentioned The Simpsons, so we're going to dive back into that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to open this?
Yeah, so I got sent from Eric a link of YouTube.
First of all, this is my favorite part about Noah and I's friendship, is that I sent him, I texted him a YouTube video of like some top 10 facts about The Simpsons, and then like 2 hours later, I hadn't really heard from him. He sends me a YouTube link back, how he had explaining how he had just went on a YouTube rabbit hole from that video I sent to him to this insane conspiracy theory video.
And it's somehow like I went away from The Simpsons for the majority of it, but somehow came back to The Simpsons.
Yeah, the title of the video didn't suggest it had anything to do with The Simpsons.
So oftentimes, 90% of the time, my YouTube rabbit hole leads to conspiracy theories. I just find them really interesting.
Yeah.
Do I believe them? Usually not. Don't go to Denver Airport though.
Conspiracy theories are just like there's two. I feel like there's two like brands, right? There's like the innocent ones that are like kind of like the stuff you're gonna explain, but like also the Denver Airport one is innocent enough, and where's another one?
So crazy that you
Paul is
funny.
Dead.
That one's great. The one I'm about to talk about is not innocent. Generally, I lost sleep over it last night.
Yeah, I know. He texted me this morning, and he was just like, I didn't sleep well. And I was like, why? And he was like, that video.
Yeah. Okay, we should probably just talk about the video now.
Do it.
So the video name was Donald Trump Conspiracy Theories, which naturally I have to click. And what it shows... So everybody knows about Donald Trump going down the elevator. And most people know about that Simpsons video going down the elevator.
Yeah, it's a clip from The Simpsons of Donald Trump because they made an episode of him as president in 2000, I think. Mm-hmm. And it was an escalator, yeah. He was going down an escalator, and there's like a clip from real life of Donald Trump going down an escalator during his campaign.
I thought it was after he won the presidency.
It might have been.
Yeah. And then, I was like, okay, I already knew about that. Crazy coincidence, right?
Yeah.
And then the conspiracy theorist, who's crazy, but said, wait a minute, look again. And they put the video side by side, and in the background, so like on the second level of the escalator going down, at the same time, a person in the background drops a sign. In real life and the Simpsons video.
Like, obviously, this is like a coincidence, but it's uncanny.
Okay.
I watched the video, because I watched the link you sent me.
Yeah.
It was uncanny how perfectly timed. And in the exact same spot, the dude dropped a sign. It was ridiculous.
Absolutely, and of course, it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
But, why would the show creators have somebody in the background? You're not gonna notice. So why would they drop the sign?
Yeah, no.
Why would you just put that in there? What's the point of putting that in there?
It's pretty crazy. And so this kind of sparked a little research of our own. And I looked up some stuff of other times that The Simpsons have made predictions. This is like a common thing now, especially after Donald Trump won the presidency, because that's the big one they hit on.
Yeah.
And especially like the reasons why like they gave in that episode, it's pretty much exactly what happened.
Really, I didn't know.
The whole point of that episode, which aired in 2000, was like what would happen if pretty much everyone went nuts and there was like a crazy, movement, which is what happened. So, and it was like a flash forward like into the future thing, and so Lisa was like his opponent, and she looks just like Hillary.
And that's what the conspiracy theory died back.
Yeah.
In other words, Hillary Clinton will be president by the end of the year.
Yeah, in the episode, Lisa became president after he did not last in office very long.
Yeah, which
in that episode, which
hot take, he's not going to. He's going to get impeached.
By when? You have to put your bets down now.
Within the year. So, like, did he get sworn in January 20th, right?
Yeah.
By 2018, January 20th, he will not be president.
That's that.
Hot take.
We're gonna write that. I'm gonna write that down, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see if you're right. The betting odds on that are like ridiculous. He's a favorite not to make it the full 4 years now.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Which is kind of a big deal. Like, those sort of things are early indicators.
I mean, we've had, 3 or 4 presidents either impeached or stepped down because of the threat of impeachment?
Yeah.
I mean, Clinton, right? Bill. Nixon.
Did Clinton resign or was he impeached? I always forget.
I mean, I think he resigned, but didn't he resign because, the threat of impeachment?
Well, yeah, he was gonna be.
Yeah.
Nixon resigned, for sure. I'm trying to think of others.
I do know this because I'm a history minor, so I know everything about history.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, man. This isn't.
That's all I got, though.
All right. Yeah. So other things the Simpsons predicted. I think this is our 1997 episode. There was an episode where they predicted the Ebola virus.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't even know how they came up with the word. I mean,
I think it's the Ebola wasn't created was it? Ebola came out when we were in London, right?
That was about when we were in
2015?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ebola was a thing before it. It just wasn't a thing, it was an outbreak, So they didn't create the word.
Yeah, but they predicted that there was gonna be an outbreak of it, and they used the word Marge.
It was such an unknown disease.
Yeah, that's the thing that was crazy. But so, yeah, in the episode, Marge reads Bart a bedtime story, and it's called Curious George and the Ebola Outbreak or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's pretty nuts. Let's see, what were the other ones? The FIFA scandal was something that they apparently predicted, where there's subtle. Some of them are more subtle than others.
Yeah.
Like the President Trump one, there was a whole episode about him becoming president in 2000, so that's pretty uncanny. And then the Ebola outbreak thing, that was pretty spot on. Some of them are more subtle, on the ticker, when the newscasters are doing things.
Yeah.
There's words they put on there that end up becoming true. One of them was, on the ticker one time they put, Europe puts Greece on eBay, years before Greece went bankrupt and stuff. So, that gets included in the things they predicted.
That's still, yeah.
I mean, it's still pretty... They're very smart people. And I was telling you, I don't think it's unrelated that the same creators who did The Simpsons started Futurama. I don't want to get back on this point.
I feel like this is just a Futurama podcast.
No, it's not. This is nothing to do with the show. It's just that I was watching a video about how they made that show, and I guess they had 3 people with PhDs in the writers' room, and they had over 50 years of combined Harvard education. So they're very smart people that work on these shows, both those shows, and so that's part of the reason why they kind of have some foresight, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be really fucking smart to predict Donald Trump as president.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that was pretty crazy, though.
That is crazy.
Especially the two side by side.
Sign. I can't get over the sign. I just hope I get to sleep tonight.
Is that what kept you up?
It was. Again, if you predict Donald Trump in the elevator, that's a crazy coincidence.
Yeah.
But the sign, the dropping of the sign.
Yeah. Because, at first I thought it was just the escalator thing.
Yeah, that's what I knew before it.
I didn't know that, but when I was watching the video, I thought it was just the escalator thing. I'm like, okay, that's whatever, People go down escalators.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
Probably get caught on tape at some point. But yeah, the sign, man. Watch the sign.
Again, I don't believe these conspiracy theories.
It just kept you up at night.
It just kept me up at night.
Do you want to move to fuck this thing?
I think we should, yeah.
Do we want to share our fuck this thing, or
Unless if you got another one on you right now, but if not,
All right, I got one.
all right.
I got one. I'm gonna start because your fuck this thing is a shared experience, and I'm gonna weigh in.
It's
on
going
that.
to go quite some time.
Oh yeah. My fuck this thing, short and sweet. But esteemed university doesn't give us President's Day off.
That's a good fuck this thing.
And, it didn't really bother me because I hate those people who just, like, complain about stuff like that because it's so dumb. It's, like, one day.
Yeah.
But the thing that really got to me this time was I have an internship, and at the place I work, everyone kept asking me today because we're recording this on the Tuesday after President's Day. So they all had a 3-day weekend, and then today was, like, their Monday. And it just didn't cross my mind. Everyone kept asking me, how was your weekend? Which is unusual. I usually work on Tuesdays, and, they don't ask that on Tuesdays.
Yeah, by that time, the weekend doesn't matter.
Yeah, they kept asking me, how was your weekend? I'm like, oh, that's strange. Yeah, it was good. And then, someone else walking down the hall, oh, did you have a good weekend? Yeah, I guess so. This is unusual. And it didn't take me till, like, afternoon. It's finally clicked. I overheard someone say, like, oh, today just feels like Monday. And I realized, oh, my God, they all had a 3-day weekend and I didn't.
It
So
just stings, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it just really, they all looked refreshed.
Yeah.
They all looked like ready to work. By Tuesday, they're sluggish already. But it was their Monday, and I was the only one who had class the day before, and
Those bastards.
yeah. So fuck the thing being not giving us 3-day weekends.
Yeah.
That's my fuck this thing.
That's a good fuck this thing. This one is incredibly, like, fuck this thing.
Yeah, this almost got an entire episode devoted to it.
Yeah, absolutely. So last night, Monday night, me and Eric went to get dinner, and at the Pilot House. This is going to be pretty much University of Portland. Like, you'll get what we're saying. I think everybody can appreciate this bullshit.
The Pilot House is just a dining hall in campus. Yeah. It's just a smaller. It's not the big dining hall. It's just like a separate, like, restaurant-y thing.
Yeah. So we go get a burger. We each get a burger, and we get the pager.
Yeah, they do. They give out pagers like when you wait at a restaurant, and the thing is like it's like a black circle, and it buzzes and lights up red.
When your food's ready.
Yeah, so when you're waiting for your food, they just hand you one of those.
Yeah. So we go grab a table, sit down, talk for a little bit.
We're waiting for friends too.
We're waiting for friends.
This made it sting a little more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But the friends were very late. They were like 15, 20 minutes late.
They were more like 20, 30 minutes late.
They were very late. And we're talking, and we realize it's been quite some time. So at 30 minutes, Eric gets up, goes and asks what happened to our food.
Yeah.
Because at 30 minutes, it doesn't take that long to cook a burger. And the people said, "Oh, we're sorry, we lost the order."
Yeah.
At that point, we're good people.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It was a little, I worked at a quick serve restaurant. I worked at it's the fancy way they say it in the business. I worked at a fast food. I worked at Chick-fil-A in high school, and I never want to be. I try really hard not to be that guy, because mistakes happen, and it's usually not the person you're interacting with's fault.
Yeah.
So they lost our ticket.
It happens.
Our friends just showed up. So
not a big deal.
We're all probably gonna eat around the same time at that point. Yeah. Fine.
We'll get over this. Again, we're not mad.
Not fuck this thing material.
Not fuck it at all, because we don't want to put them on the spot because everybody listens to this now.
Yeah.
But we're just thinking to ourselves, okay, the next burger that comes out is gonna be ours because we just got a plain burger, and we go back, sit down. The other people come. The other people go get their food, bring back their food. I'm like, okay,
They didn't have to wait though because the way they set it up is like grill stuff. You have to wait. Like you just get chicken strips or like a wrap. You just walk straight up and they make it. So like,
but they still got their food first. That's the point.
Yeah. They definitely got our food first, which was irksome. But like,
irksome. Yes. That's one way of putting it.
Yeah, but again, like they got food that
they start eating. I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah.
At the point, I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna fuck this thing.
Not fuck this thing yet.
This thing.
Yeah.
So
we're getting close.
Me and Eric get up. we're just waiting, just staring at the people, kind of putting.
Yeah, we made a point to get up from the table and just stand near where the food comes out.
If we're being honest, I just didn't want to watch those people eat.
That was definitely part. I was really hungry at this point.
I was starving.
We're nearing the 40-minute mark.
We're nearing the 40-minute mark, and there we got it to go. So we see 2 brown boxes, and we see them put it on it. We're like, this is our food. This is our time.
Yeah.
And the beeper doesn't buzz, and then some asshole walks up and grabs what should have been our food. At this point, it was probably 50 minutes. I go up and ask, and I'm like, hey, they lost our order once before. I was wondering if we could get our food. I was wondering how long it's gonna take. Like,
yeah.
how much we got you got class.
I had a class.
I had an intramural game,
which is very equally important.
Equally important, exactly. And they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we lost our order again."
Twice.
Twice.
The double forgetting of a burger.
1 time fine, 2 time. What?
In the quick serve industry.
In the quick serve
That is
industry.
unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Because it's so easy enough. Like, orders get lost. It happens.
That's fine.
It's really easy to lose an order. It just is. But once someone comes up and asks, their order becomes the first order.
You make a burger, or the burger that's getting cooked right now
It's
becomes
just the
that
burger. That's the next burger.
That's just what you do.
It's the next burger. It's the next one. It's easy. It's really easy.
It's so easy.
You right then and there, you just put up 2 boxes. Next burger. It's that simple.
Yeah. That's not what happened.
No, it took us 50 minutes.
We waited another like 7 minutes after.
Yeah, it was like 50 minutes round trip. And I was starving.
Fuck this thing. Fuck those people.
Fuck those people.
Fuck Bonap.
Bon Appetit's the catering service our school uses.
Yes, good explanation.
Yeah. Yeah, it fucking sucked.
It did suck.
It was a terrible burger.
And I had to pound it back in like 1 or 2 minutes because I got to play that ping pong match.
It was a ping pong match? Oh, man.
We won, though.
That's pretty good.
That's what matters.
Impressive. Yeah, I mean, I had a class, so I was able to eat in class, but I wasn't happy.
Of course you weren't.
I sulked the whole time.
I sulked. I let it be known I wasn't happy.
You know, this is like a... In that class, I just have to say this is like the weirdest thing happened.
Yeah.
Where it was like an ethics talk. They brought in a guest speaker, and it was like all the business majors and some professors. There's some people I didn't like from the university, like officials that showed up. It was this guy from this plant that I guess is on the river. I just showed up because we had to. We had to sign our name in, and I listened to the talk. Couldn't really hear him. He didn't really talk into the mic, and I was sitting near the back. So, I just sat there for an hour. He talked for an hour. At the end, these environmental major students stand up and start drilling this guy about some of their environmental practices. I guess there's like an odor down there, and everyone blames that factory. And he was like adamant it wasn't them. I don't even know who to believe. I didn't know this was a controversy. And all of a sudden, this turned into like a forum about, like, you see those like clips on Twitter and Facebook of people like yelling at their Congress people because they're sucking. It kind of felt like that. Only I wasn't expecting it.
That's heated. I like it.
It was just weird because I wasn't expecting it. Like you go to one of those things and you're like, it's stuff's gonna go down.
They're gonna talk and you're gonna. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. It was like a peaceful hour, and then all of a sudden they just stood up. And there's a guy from a neighborhood. I don't think he's affiliated with the university. He was there. He just walked in and stood up and was just like, I've been breathing this air for 24 years. It was nuts.
Holy damn.
Yeah. The guy was absolutely pissed. It was pretty funny. Yeah.
University of Portland. Crazy shit happens.
Crazy shit. And I ate that shitty burger through the whole thing.
God damn it.
Fuck that thing.
All right.
You want to move on to Obscure
Let's
Band?
get Obscure Band.
Yeah.
Okay, so my band of the week, Obscure Band of the Week. I don't think they're technically obscure because they actually had a fair amount of success. But I doubt most of our listeners know who they are.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because they're from the late 60s. And again, they only had one album. Not again. That was the first time I've said that. So, the name of the band is Blind Faith. It is an Eric Clapton band. Steve Winwood of the Steve Winwood Band, and of I think it's Train, and
pretty original name, the Steve Winwood Band.
Yeah. And Ginger Baker, the drummer of Cream. They all came and one other guy that I'm forgetting the name. They all came together to what many people refer to them as the first supergroup, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's good.
They put out one album, which was absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
Every song in the album is just like nailed it. Eric Clapton goes wild. Steve Winwood is a good singer. Highly recommend it. And that's why it's the Obscure Band of the Week.
All right.
They had some controversy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We like controversy.
We love controversy on the show. This one's a little, weird. Yeah. So they released the band in England originally because they're all from England.
Yeah.
And the album cover, we like to talk about album covers here.
We're a fan of good album covers.
This one is not a good album cover. It was of a schoolgirl who's topless. That's right. A girl under 18 who's topless. And they tried to release the album in the United States, and the States were like, fuck no. We're not going to let that happen, because that's like really, really weird and fucked up shit.
Yeah.
So they changed it to like a photo of themselves, but that's the controversy behind the band. Great music nonetheless.
They wanted to push the envelope.
They pushed the envelope. They test the boundaries.
And they got swatted down because that
Rightfully
was just
so.
awful.
Yeah. But great music. So check them out.
What was it again?
Blind Faith.
Blind Faith.
Faith that is blind.
Faith you cannot see.
Faith you cannot see.
All right. Yeah. Well, that was a good one.
That's all I got.
All right. We got a lot of good stuff coming your way still. Look out. Our guest is going to come up in the next couple weeks.
Could be a guy, could be a girl. Who knows?
Could be a guy, could be a girl. No, it didn't blow that one. We're going to have a mailbag episode, so please send us questions. We definitely have some, but the more the merrier. It's going to be fun. I'm excited for that episode. And yeah, we have just a lot of good stuff coming your way. We're working hard the next couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
We have to catch up because there's a break, and we're not going to miss an episode.
Because we care about you.
We care about you. You're going to have some spring break flight listening, so
yeah,
definitely looking forward to that.
Each and every one of you.
We definitely appreciate everyone who stuck around. Not just this episode, but to the pod in general.
Yeah.
We've gotten a lot of more people have stuck around than I thought, and so.
Yeah. Again, I thought we were going to average like 15, 20.
We've exceeded that on the first two. So, thank you guys so much for all your help. Tell a friend. Rate us on iTunes. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bitch.